Time for today's American Family News Update. I'm Bronson Woodruff. Let's start off with the talk of the town, talk of the nation, really. Former President Donald Trump found guilty on all 34 charges in his so-called hush money trial. This case makes former President Trump the first president to be convicted of a crime. And a new development breaking as of around 11 Central this morning. Trump says his team will appeal this conviction. Here's a bit more of what he had to say.
It was very unfair. We weren't allowed to use our election expert under any circumstances. You saw what happened to some of the witnesses that were on our side. They were literally crucified.
Trump also warned Americans that what happened to him could happen to them. On Friday, he called the witnesses who testified against him salacious and said their words against him demonstrated that the entire case was politically motivated. He also said since the verdict against him was announced that his re-election campaign has brought in more than $39 million from small-amount donors. His campaign had said earlier the amount stood at $34.8 million. A new Fox report says humanitarian aid to Gaza is critical after Israel expanded its military offensive in the southern city of Rafah. Secretary of State Antony Blinken explains why aid distribution efforts are failing at the NATO Foreign Ministers meeting today.
Distribution within Gaza is not working effectively, and part of the reason for that are the combat operations in the south. In addition, Rafah gate continues to be closed.
This comes after the U.S. built a temporary pier that had been taking humanitarian aid to Gaza. We're told rough seas destroyed it. The illegal immigrant accused of killing a nursing student whose body was found on the University of Georgia campus pleaded not guilty today to murder and other charges in her death. Jose Ibarra was charged with murder, aggravated assault, kidnapping, and other crimes in the February brutal killing of Laken Riley. The 10-count indictment accuses Ibarra of hitting her in the head, asphyxiating her, and pulling up her clothing with the intent to rape her. President Biden's border policies have seen millions of illegals cross the southern border. Ibarra is from Venezuela. We're told that he entered the U.S. illegally in 2022 and was allowed to stay to pursue his immigration case. Republicans, including former President Donald Trump, have blamed Riley's death on President Biden and his border policies. The Texas Supreme Court on Friday rejected a challenge to the state's abortion restrictions. All 9 justices are elected Republicans. This ruling is the latest decision to uphold Texas's abortion ban. Last summer, State District Judge Jessica Mangrum had granted a temporary injunction. It prevented Texas from enforcing the ban against doctors who, in their good faith judgment, ended a pregnancy that they determined was unsafe because of complications. But that was immediately blocked by an appeal from the Texas Attorney General's office to the state Supreme Court. We're told the lawsuit filed in March of 2023 wasn't trying to repeal Texas's abortion ban, but it was instead aimed to force more clarity on when exceptions are allowed. And that'll do it for today's American Family News Update. Hope you have a great weekend. Feel free and also check out our website, afn.net, for more news from a Christian perspective. I'm Bronson Woodruff.